Listen carefully. There's a reason calm men are rare. And it's not because the world doesn't need them. It's because the world is too loud to recognize them. Have you ever wondered why your silence makes people nervous? Not because you're weak, but because your stillness reveals their chaos. You don't shout. You don't react. You don't explain. And that terrifies them. Most people live in emotional chains. They react to every insult. They bark at every offense. They defend themselves against every opinion that questions them. But the calm man, he watches. He waits. He decides when and if he needs to respond. Because reaction is control, and control is power. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Not reacting is not avoiding. It's choosing to not give your enemy the battle they crave. It's denying chaos your energy. Your peace is your weapon. So the question is, have you given your enemies the power to control your peace? Or are you ready to become untouchable? People think strength is in shouting, in defending, in proving you're right. But all that noise, it's just insecurity wearing armor. The man who reacts to everything owns nothing. His mind hijacked, his time gone, his peace leased out to whoever offends him next. Have you ever noticed how easily people explode over nothing? Someone cuts them off in traffic and they rage. Someone disagrees online and they argue for hours. That's not power. That's slavery, with ego holding the chain. Now listen closely. Every time you react, you surrender. You surrender your calm. You surrender your image. You surrender your mind. And for what? To win an argument that doesn't matter? To feel right for 10 seconds? To feed your pride while starving your purpose? Most men never realize every reaction has a price, and that price is your discipline, your progress, your energy. So the calm man, he doesn't pay that price. He saves it and invests it where it actually matters. Are you still giving away your peace for free? Stoics don't run from emotions. They master them. They study them like soldiers study their enemy. Marcus Aurelius didn't preach avoidance. He preached control. He said, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your judgment about it." Let that sink in. It's not what happens to you, it's how you choose to see it. So when someone insults you, the insult isn't the weapon. Your reaction is. Your judgment is. That's where pain is born. That's where peace dies. Epictetus said, "It's not things that upset us, it's our opinions about them." So if you control your opinion, you control your emotions. And if you control your emotions, you control your world. Most men live like leaves in the wind, tossed around by other people's words, moods, and chaos. But the Stoic man, he's the mountain. The wind doesn't move him. The storm doesn't shake him. He stands, still, focused, unbothered. So ask yourself, are you the leaf or the mountain? Calm is not passive, it's strategic. The Stoic man doesn't react because he's weak. He doesn't react because he's calculating. While others waste time defending their ego, he uses that silence to observe, to listen, to study the field, to plan his next move in silence. Stillness is not inaction, it's focused preparation. Because the storm outside is never as dangerous as the storm within, and the man who tames his inner storm can walk through any fire untouched. Most men respond too fast. They rush to talk, to post, to prove something. But the real warrior, he builds while you react. He grows while you argue. He sharpens while you complain. He doesn't need to be seen. He just needs to win. Seneca said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." But that also means cutting off the ones who drain your calm. What are you building in silence? Or are you still proving in noise? This world wants a reaction from you. It thrives on drama, on outrage, on noise. And when you stay calm, you starve the world of its favorite fuel. They'll call you cold, detached. They'll say, "Why don't you care?" But here's the truth. You care so much, you refuse to waste it on the meaningless. Because when you master calm, you master timing. You master presence. You speak only when it's necessary. And when you speak, they listen. The men who react to everything, forgotten, replaced, broken. But the men who wait, who build in silence, they rise when it matters. You want to be heard? Then, first, master the silence. You want to lead? Then first, learn to be still. You want to dominate? Then first, learn not to flinch. Because if you flinch every time the world barks, you'll never hear your own mind whisper. So here's the challenge. Can you sit in the silence long enough to hear your purpose? You've heard enough. Now ask yourself this. Who are you when no one's watching? Who are you when the chaos comes? Do you flinch? Do you bark back? Or do you stand still, unmoved? Because a power isn't loud. Real power is silent. It doesn't argue. It doesn't react. It doesn't beg to be seen. It just wins, quietly. The calm man is not harmless. He's dangerous, but controlled, disciplined, stoic, and that's why he's unstoppable. Not because the world doesn't try to break him, but because it simply can't. So if you're tired of being reactive, of chasing every noise, of defending your peace like it's a battlefield, then it's time. Time to walk the quieter path. Time to become what the world can't move. Not for attention, not for praise, but for mastery, for truth, for you. And if you need reminders of who you really are, of the calm you're capable of, subscribe not for me, but for yourself. Because the world won't stop testing your patience, but you don't have to fail the test.